That's so annoying. But what is up, folks? We are here with another Weebaholic podcast. Let's get it. Let's go. Today, I have two very special guests. You ladies may introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Eloise.
And I'm Ari.
We are from Doki Doki Podcast.
Alrighty, thank you guys for coming on. Before we get into the episode, you guys can go like, comment, and subscribe. Turn notification bell to notify for other podcasts. Go follow our anime Instagram, Anime Square Again Show. Go follow my two co-hosts at RGap2 and Isaac.Lens. You guys, please go check the last episode. We had Rock Lee's voice actor on. Please go watch that. And you guys can go follow us on TikTok, Anime Square Again Show, and all podcasting platforms. So welcome, ladies. I want to ask you guys.
Thanks for having us.
No problem. I want to ask you guys a few little questions before we get into the topic of today's episode. How did you guys get into anime?
You know what? It's a childhood thing for us.
Mm-hmm.
One of the first anime that we've ever talked about as a friend would have to go down to Vampire Night. We really enjoy that anime.
Okay.
And that's pretty much where we discovered that we always have opposing characters that we like, especially like lead and then the non-lead characters.
Mm-hmm.
And then we always, every time we hung out, Arya and I, we always talk about anime no matter where we are. So
yeah, I mean, she asked me for a while to start the podcast. I was like, no, I'm such an introvert. I don't want to do it. And she kept trying to convince me. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, we'll do it. And so far I've liked it. It's been a joy. I really do look forward to recording our podcast and just bonding over anime.
Yeah, for sure. It's been a good outlet for me. With I started it around August last year, so it's been a good outlet, meeting new people and just weaving out, I guess, coming together.
Yeah. No, I mean, I love seeing you and you're just expanding, and then you just did that interview.
Yeah, thank you.
I was like, wow, that's amazing. You're really reaching out and doing big things.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So Vampire Night, almost like a little bit about that. So I got into anime 3 years ago or whatever. So I'm a little later, and I saw Vampire Night over a year ago, right? And it was one of those animes where, I could understand why somebody doesn't like it, but I really enjoyed it. It was really good. Even the animation was a little older, it was still pretty good. I liked it. It was a good anime, for sure. I like Vampire Night. So I guess this ties into my next little, I guess, pre-questionnaire. When did you guys start the podcast, and how'd you guys be like, all right, let's do it?
We always find ourselves at 3 a.m. at the latest,
Mm-hmm.
talking just about anime, and we always dive deep and we always try to analyze everything that's going on in the anime. And then we're just like, we should just do it. We should just go for it. We should just put that step forward, not have that fear.
Yeah.
Because as we mentioned before, anime really do bring people together, hence our name Doki Doki Podcast. There are scenes and moments in anime where everybody can connect, pretty much everywhere in the world.
Mhm.
It's it's an outlet for anyone, whether it be stress, or you're
you
going
want a
through
good
something.
laugh.
Yeah, you want a good
Yeah.
laugh. There's
Right.
animes out there that really covers everything that might be going into your life.
Right. Yeah. I noticed it's corny. Everybody says it. It's a genre for everybody.
Yeah, there's definitely something there for everyone.
Right. So, I was gonna ask, for the podcast, or whatever. What is you guys' biggest what is the biggest downside to it? I know we love, and is it the editing? Because I do go to the YouTube a little bit, so I can attest to that. Or is it just maybe the fear when you first started hearing your voice? Because that sucks too. That first time you hear you guys play back that first episode, it's like, ugh. So you guys, any downside?
Yeah, at first it's more we've never really played around with editing
Same.
audio. So that was, the very first challenge that we had is learning how to, make it sound good. What do we add in here? Cutting some things because, we're
Yeah.
humans and we mess up a ton, or maybe, depending
Yeah.
on each episode, it really differs.
Right.
And, I would have to say number one would have to be going, you know, through the audio. Like, and when we're still learning, we're really
Yeah.
like learning with our mistakes. We're trying to make it sound good.
Yeah. I think the second thing would be that learning to go with the flow. Because in the
Yes.
beginning, we would like re-record, and be like, hold on, let me say that again. So we were editing things or like correcting what we were saying versus like,
Mm,
wait, like now I've learned to be like, okay, maybe I'm a little tongue tied and now I'll just like say it over right on the spot instead of cutting it out.
right. You just gotta live with the mistake.
Yeah. Instead of like, like I need to be more forgiving and like, kinder to yourself.
Yeah. Giving ourselves more credit.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. So thank you for this is doing a little, intro part so we can get to know you guys a little better. Let's get into the spring anime of 2021. This season has been really like, a lot of people have complained that this season has been not as great as the last one. I think it has some hidden gems. You just have to go look for it. So you ladies, what's the first anime of 2021 season that you wanna, talk about or throw out?
Yeah, I think our very first one would definitely have to go to Fruits Basket
Mm-hmm.
here.
hmm I'm not caught
Yeah.
all the way up, but I do love the show. It's a really enjoyable. It's fun. I'm not caught up on the current season, but I like it.
And the remake has been amazing. I read the manga and saw the first one, and it's beautiful. Everything about it, like
Mhm.
like the way it looks, the
Yeah,
stories, character development, the world development. It just has you like on the edge of your seat, and it's
right,
so. In a way, it's also like emotionally like draining this time,
Mhm.
but it
right.
feels so good because I feel like there's gonna be that redeeming moment at the end. I'm waiting for it.
Yeah. And just because also this is the final season, so there's so many things for you to just grasp and,
Mhm.
you know, just take a hold of. And I feel like everything is going a little fast. But it's very exciting to just see it unfold. And finally, we get to see a finished product
Mhm.
Yeah,
compared to the very first one
yeah.
that felt really unfinished. I feel like there's always
Yeah.
an element of surprise.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And this season too, like, I feel like I cried a lot.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
when you just know, like, oh, it's like it's touching your heart, like in ways that the first one didn't.
Mm.
Mhm.
I, have you guys seen the original version, like in the 90s?
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about.
Oh,
It's
okay.
so
Okay.
different.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've seen the 90s one. It's very different. And
It's
then
more like lighthearted, but this one's just
yeah.
like dark. I
Yeah.
love it.
I
Yeah.
do
It's
too, because like it blends a lot of fruit baskets blends a lot. Like when you first look at it, as a guy, I'm just like, oh, this is just some romance, whatever. But it blends a lot of different themes and a lot of different genres into
Mhm.
that one show, which is pretty cool. Like that's pretty cool. That shows a show is very versatile and could be shown for a male or
Yeah. What's your favorite character?
I don't do good with names. I don't remember anybody. I can't remember names. Like I do terrible.
Okay, how about animal? Because
Uh, hmm.
Eloise is pretty bad with names too, but she could like be like, "Oh, the character with the blonde hair with the."
I'm trying to think. I really, oh my gosh, I really can't think. I'm gonna go look up. You guys talk about the next show. I'm gonna go look up my favorite character because I have one. I just can't remember names.
Yeah.
all right. Well, so our next one would probably have to be 86. You
Okay,
know,
I've
it's
seen 4
it's
episodes.
yeah, it's like a sci-fi anime
Right.
that has a very, I think sensitive topic,
Mm-hmm.
I was
you
like, "This is
know.
all you." I was like, "I don't know what it's about."
Yeah, I think, it's a perfect example of social alienation and racism.
Right.
And it's pretty much a genocide where the government takes their people and make them believe that there's just machines fighting for war, but it's just,
That's
they're not
crazy. It's
machines.
supposed like apocalyptic.
Yeah, pretty
It's kind of like
much.
people kind of compare it to Attack on. I don't know if you guys seen Attack on Titan.
No, I haven't. I
Yeah,
I know I need
yeah.
I'm
to.
not the
I
biggest fan of it, so it's okay. But I kind of see the similarities. It's kind of like the government's kind of control. The government has like it's like a full anarchy basically from the government or
Mm.
whatever. Like the
Yeah.
government controls everything. It kind of brainwashing people. Then you have like what you said, the machines. It's really good. It's a good anime. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's really good too. And the fact that, it's there's really what really I really liked about this is the, social alienation, like I said. It's
Right.
like if you are not a person with like silver gray hair, you're pretty much on the other side of the wall.
Right.
which I get what you mean when you say that it reminds you of Attack on Titan
Yeah.
with the wall, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally get it.
Yeah. And it's just, I don't know if it's like, I don't think that would be this one would be my anime of the season. I think the one I was about to talk about it would be. I think Tokyo Revengers. I don't know. Have you guys seen it?
I saw it, and
Okay, okay.
it's. I wasn't gonna give it a chance because, like, okay, I know I have this thing where I'm like, if the anime style is kind of like weird, I won't watch it. But I was like, it
Right.
was actually really good. I
Yeah.
even started like a character list because, like, I mean, there was a lot of characters.
Right.
Wow, this is a really like good anime.
Yeah, it
I
is.
love.
It is.
Yes, like
Like
a.
my co-host, he was like telling me, he was like, I don't like it because the main character gets beat every fight. I'm like, well, it's not a fighting show. He's a big shonen guy.
Mhm.
And it's just like, well, it's not really a fighting show. It's more about like, it's not even about him going back and past for the girl. It's more
Yeah.
about him. He's 26. That's close to 30 if we're rounding up. He feels like, he didn't do anything with his life. He kind of feels like he didn't really live his life to his fullest potential because he was in the
Mhm.
gang at a young age. So him going back in time is like him maybe trying to save his friends, the girl too, obviously, but him trying
Mhm.
to become a man in a sense. That's what I think this show's kind of about.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's really good. And I think it's like overcoming, and
Yeah,
that's what they're saying. He needs some fight in him, and they notice like the change in him that's occurring.
right. It
It's
is. I
it's,
know.
it's
I know some people complain like the thought of him like going back with like 11-year-old girlfriend is weird. I just said, well, well, it's not really a romance, so don't really look at it like that. It's not.
yeah.
Yeah, it's more about like growth, right?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I saw this on a TikTok the other day. It's sold over 2.7 billion manga copies. And I
Wow.
was just like, wow, like that's pretty crazy. Because I saw some rumors that it was ending soon. I don't know. I haven't read the manga. I might pick it up. I don't know. But yeah, that's a good anime. Probably I think for me, anime of the season
Yeah,
right now.
okay. Okay.
Right now.
Now Fruits Basket then.
Yeah, yeah. Fruit Basket is cool. I need to pick it back up. I stopped at season 2. I'm
Oh,
looking at the characters right now. I can't say these guys' names, but what I like his aesthetic is the one with the
Hatsuharu.
yes, yes. I
Ah,
like I like
yes.
I like people with aesthetics. I liked his character. He was cool. I'm a very easy person to please when it's like kind of a romance-ish type of show.
Mhm.
I'm not as critical. I don't know. I just love romance animes. Well, it's not completely romance, but I do like romance, so it's like I'm easy to please with them type of themes. But yeah, so what's your next one for this season, guys?
Let's see. The next one is let's see, Higehiro. After being rejected, I shaved and took
Hey,
in a high school
Longest
runaway.
name ever, right?
that is a
Let's just
long
call
name.
it Higehiro.
I love that show. I think I told you guys about it, or did you see it before? I told you. I don't know. I thought I
I
told.
think we were watching it
Oh,
before, yeah.
Oh no,
okay,
I
okay,
wasn't. I can't. Like this is the first time I've watched. Okay, so I made my list of five
right.
animes, and it was hard for me to catch up. I was kind of struggling. I caught up for most of them though, so I'm like, I'm really proud of myself.
Yeah, no, same. We all got something to do, so it's like I was just like, ugh. And then you get hit with that anime fatigue some days. I'd be like, man, I don't even want to watch anything. I just want to chill. So just getting caught up is the half the mission.
It is.
But yeah, my first impression of the anime, I first I was gonna watch. I was like, oh, this might be just alright, but I really, really like it. Like, I think from as far as like winning any type of award, it's not gonna do that because Crunchyroll has a certain aspect to where they need action to kind of be the face of the season or something like that, or the awards. But I
Hmm.
think it's really, really good. Like, it has the romance, it has the it's like it's kind of weird, but it's kind of like because it's like if you're an adult, would you take in a child? Like, let's say a child has a situation where maybe they're getting beat at home, or they're getting mistreated, or they're like used as like maybe like a sex slave or something like that.
Yeah.
Would you take that girl in? And especially as a grown man, would you take a runaway girl in, knowing the trouble you could get into? Because you could get in a lot of trouble, but you don't want to send her back to a situation where it's worse. So it's like kind of an awkward gray area. I think that's what I like
Yeah.
about it the most.
Yeah. No, but I think it's. I think the anime is like asking the question about you having your own like conviction, where it's like, no, I'm not gonna mess with this girl. So
Right.
I think it's also like it's like a slow burn as well because it's showing like I think they're gonna fall in love. I'm hoping they do, but I
I
think it's
hope
done
no,
like
I
with
remember I was talking to somebody, they're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
she's 17, 26." I'm like, "Yeah, but it's anime, come on." Like,
yeah, I
no,
know.
Yeah.
I'm still rooting for them though because
I am
if you
too.
notice in animes they always have a big age gap or like the person gets
Right.
married at a young age. So I'm like I don't mind it so much. I don't know if it's like if that's a bad thing,
Mhm.
but I was like
Yeah,
they handled it so well. Like they're doing it responsibly.
Yeah.
right. Yeah, and and I think, like, maybe the reason why I like it better is because he's not taking advantage of her, like, he's not just using
Mhm.
her to,
Yeah,
like
it's like a when you're really falling in love with someone for them.
yeah, yeah, and it's like and I think that's so wholesome, that's probably why I like it, and it's just the fact that he basically is like I guess I could see somebody was saying, like, he's more like a brother role, or, like, maybe like a older brother, father, because it's like he's telling her, like, not to do these things, but it's like, you can be with somebody who's telling you not to do something bad. So it's
Yeah, I
like
mean, yeah, that's kind of like tough love, you know. It's like if I care about you, I'm gonna tell you when you're doing something wrong and call you out like on your bullshit. You know, that's what he basically
yeah,
does with Sayu. Like he's just like,
exactly.
stop doing that, like grow up. At the same time, while he's telling her that, he's trying to take his own advice and he's like, yeah, I gotta grow up too.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
he's like a lot of self reflection there.
Yeah, I think it's pretty interesting, I like how, like, you know, when he wasn't seemed like he was with somebody, his boss wasn't interested in him, then now he's
Yeah, I
starting to
didn't
see that
like
his boss
that.
likes I was like, "That's literally how the world works."
You know
Like
what? You know what I was thinking too? It's
mhm.
like I wonder if I totally lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. I do this all the time.
You're good,
I
you're
had
good.
totally had something to say, but oh, I was thinking, you know how she mentioned that, she's interested in him now, but I
Right,
wonder if that's like a lie. Like what if she really is still with someone, but
right,
testing out the waters with him since he improved but like a lot after meeting Sayu,
right,
like he's like the title says he shaved his head, he got his thing straight.
Hmm.
right.
But what really surprised me about this anime is that Ari actually approves of the age gap.
That's true.
Like
See mhm,
usually when we watch anime like this where there's age gap, just like no, but he's like a lot older than
No, but
her.
he isn't doing anything. But it's
Yeah,
very just like right now. I see you as a high school student, but you need
right,
help, and he's separated the two.
yeah.
right.
I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna have to disagree with you guys. I don't want them to fall in love.
What?
No, I think I know people are gonna hate you for saying this,
Mhm,
but I don't know. He's just had so much conviction, and I feel like if he turns around and falls in love with her, it's kind of like betraying your own ideals. For me, at least, that's how I
Okay,
see
okay.
it.
So what if I give you this question? Say if 5 years passes, or what if they do that in anime, like 5 years later?
Yeah, well then yeah. If it's
right,
a 5 years gap, she's no
right.
longer in high school, then she's like a complete adult.
Yeah, yeah,
Then yeah, I would, there's some things that you must grow up and the age is okay, whatever.
right,
But the thing is, I don't even care about age. It's
right,
like if the anime has an age gap, well, because it's an anime and I guess, that's bound to
Yeah.
happen. But with this one, I respect him so much. I have so much respect for him, but if he falls right now, at this time, I don't think I like the anime as much. Like, had it been like Ari said, 5 years later, or
yeah,
even like 1 year later after she goes out of high school, then
right,
I see the potential, you
yeah.
know?
I see what you're saying, like growing apart so that they can be better together,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, for
later in
sure,
life.
because
Yeah.
'cause I'm 17. If I brought a 26-year-old home, my mom is definitely, questioning a lot of things.
Yeah,
So,
but if you
yeah.
wait 5 years, that's fine, right?
Yeah,
You'll be an
5 years, and
adult.
it's just like, you're grown now. What am I gonna say?" But I like see, I agree with both of you guys. Like, I don't want him to, like, to get with her now because it's just like, 1, it's kinda weird, just a little bit, and 2, don't wanna go to jail. Obviously, they try to do something like that. And then but the other side of me is like, "It's anime. It's okay.
Yeah.
We've seen worse." So I don't know, like, I agree with both of you guys, but I think it's just I'm not gonna lie, the one character, she's annoying. I can't remember her name. The one with the short hair.
Oh,
She's so annoying. I'm just
yes.
like, he doesn't like you. Please get the hint. Please.
I think she's gonna be that person that like ruined something. Like
Yeah,
she's
I feel
she's like
that.
bound. Yeah, there's feel hatred growing inside
The short
her.
hair girl?
Yeah, it's a coworker that has a crush on him
Yeah.
that tries to get with him, but
Yeah.
yeah.
She's
Yeah,
cute
so
though.
yeah, that's
She's
one.
cute, but I feel something.
Do you think this will be like a 2 or 3 season run? No, it's ending in June actually. I heard it's ending like this month, so I think this
Oh,
might be it. But I'm gonna go pick the manga up if it does end because I like it. It's one of my favorite romances of all. We'll say I
yeah.
love you. I don't know if you've seen that one, but so those are my probably one of my top 5 all time romances. But yeah, I really like this show. I think it's really slept on for real. For like, what would you guys rate it? I was gonna ask you guys about the last 2, but I forgot.
Oh,
What would you rate it out of 10?
ratings. Wow, I've never done a rating. That's
Yeah, that's
hard.
true. Like what? 1 out of 10?
Yeah.
Oh, oh no, I'm not a rater.
Yeah. I mean, for Higehiro, I'm gonna have to give it like a solid 8.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
I
man.
mean I'm gonna go with 8.5. I didn't even think about it. This is how
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Right.
I can't say a 9 because it's still going and it could end bad. Or like maybe an ending makes it a little more sour for me. But 8.5 for romance, it checks all the boxes right now for sure.
what about you, Ari? What do you rate it?
I was like, I feel like I need a rubric. I need a guide. Um, can I do it by stars? Like 5 stars?
Sure. 5 stars.
I'll do 4 out of 5 stars.
Okay, that's good. That's like a 9.
Yeah.
It's
That's
kind of like
good.
an 8.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you guys can throw out your next anime of this season. I don't know how many you came with, but you know.
Okay, let's see. There's that one other anime that fairly similar to Higehiro.
The age gap.
It's with the age gap, like Ari
Mhm.
said, it's Koikimo.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've saw the first 3 episodes. I'm fairly behind, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think it's a really good show. But Higehiro is definitely higher on my reading scale. I feel like it's not, it's doesn't have such a deep uh meaning or story behind it, but I do love the humor in the
Yeah.
anime. And this is actually one of the first anime where I actually really like the second lead person more than the main
Or-
main
Yeah,
guy.
yeah. Like I felt the same way. I just kind of like the aspect of it. Like it does follow I can't say names, so Runaway. That's what I'm called Runaway. It follows the last, but it kind of has its own different plot and how they go about things, which was really interesting. I need to obviously see more before I like give it like a complete rating because I'm not even necessarily caught up. But I like it so far.
Yeah, and then you have also supporting characters in that anime that, plays a big role. When I mentioned earlier that I like the second dude, it's Tomaru, and then the main lead character is like Rio.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah, I
So
really like him. He's so funny.
he's
He
funny.
reminds me of Victor from
Oh no,
Yuri.
but
No, not
no.
Yuri on Ice.
Yeah, but still, Victor's like on another level though. I mean, I get the the comparison, but my heart belongs to Victor.
I think I would give. I hate pronouncing Japanese things. Higehiro.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I would give that a 5 out of 5 if it had more humor in it. I think that's what it's
Oh,
missing.
okay, more.
Okay.
Yeah. For this one, I like the humor on it. Tomorrow, I don't know, I really liked how collective he thinks for his age. And I respect that. And he really puts Rio in his place when it comes to
Mm,
like, hey, dude, like you are a lot older, so you should, show some respect,
yeah,
respect Ichika, which is the main
yeah.
character too.
Right.
Respect her and know that you are older and know what you're getting yourself and her into this kind of relationship. So he's the mature one in here for being a high school,
Yeah,
boy.
he's really headstrong, but it's so funny. I love the clips where after he encounters
Hmm.
Ryu, he
Hmm.
gets like he seems strong and he turns around and then
Oh
he's
yeah.
like, oh my god, I was so nervous.
He's like shivering.
Yeah,
Like, that's what I really
that's
like
so
about him.
relatable, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
relatable. Like you put on a phase and it's kind of like you go in your corner and you're just like, oh my god, I can't believe I just did that.
Right. Yeah. So I need to get more into it, but like I enjoyed it the first few episodes. I don't have much to say because it's like 3 episodes, but I enjoyed it for
Yeah,
sure.
I don't know, but I feel like the anime style is a little weird for me. I
Like
mean, it
the art style or like the way the setup of the show.
no, the style, like
Oh, oh,
way
okay.
it's drawn. Like, how about you? Does that deter you from watching other animes, like by the way it looks?
Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes, like I remember I was trying to watch Tower of God, and I was just like, the
Well,
show
what
was
anime
like
was it?
Tower of God. Like I didn't
Oh,
enjoy
oh
that.
my God, that
I didn't really
anime.
enjoy that anime, but
I finished that anime and I'm just like, what the hell did I just watch?
yeah, I would suggest go read the webtoon. That's probably the best source material. But like, yeah, I feel like if go watch like maybe an anime in the '90s, like Cowboy Bebop or Yu Yu Hakusho, something like that, I'll kind of expect the animation to be a little cruddy because
Mhm.
so much older. But
Mm.
sometimes it depends on the show. Like I'm okay though most
Yeah.
of the time. For sure, for sure.
Yeah,
So
we
what you
were
guys
we
next? Oh, I have one. Don't toy with me, Miss Nagato or Senpai, whatever it's called. Have you guys seen that one?
no, that one's not on our list.
Okay. All right. So you guys can throw one out from your list, then I'll see if I've seen it.
1 sec.
Okay, you're good. You're good.
Sorry about that.
You're good. You're good. You're good.
What anime were you talking about right now?
I was asking you guys for the next one on your list if you have a
Oh,
few more.
okay. The next one in our list would have to be To Your Eternity.
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch that one?
Yeah, I watched the first 3 episodes and then I kind of dropped it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's weird because I was watching TikTok and they're talking about how like the first episode got everybody. I was like, yeah, the first episode got everybody, but after that,
But
it
it
was
didn't
hard.
keep me. It didn't keep me.
Yes, I mean, but I'm the person who's like, I'm gonna keep watching it because I
Right.
hate like not finishing things. But
Right.
it is a little hard to follow, like the whole
Yeah.
concept of like what like I don't know, the orb is
The
analyzing
orb, yeah, the
humans.
orb is the main character basically.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, okay." So I'm like, I'm still waiting for that moment where it's like, "Oh, wow, this is amazing."
Hmm. But yeah, it was cool. I was just like, this is, yeah, it's okay, I guess. But I can see why a lot of people like it. You know, they're trying to be an edge lord or whatever. But I don't like it. Or they're trying to be deep.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's cool.
it is. You know what? I think it's gonna get better because I think they're just setting up characters right
Yeah.
now. Like I love when they start like right now. It feels like world development,
Right.
and then like how he moved from being like from this place with no one, and then he's
Right.
starting to meet people, and then he's starting to become more human and learning to be human. I think that's what the whole big question is: what it means to be human.
Right.
And then I feel like maybe if there is like a season 2 or towards the end, there's gonna be that big like maybe he falls in love or
Yeah.
maybe he I don't know, there's something big is gonna happen.
So many things can happen. Yeah.
What about you? What's another anime?
Let me go down my list because you forget what's spring and not spring and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Do you watch multiple animes at the same time usually?
Yeah, probably like
Oh
anywhere between
wow.
10 to like 15.
Oh
So
my
yeah.
goodness. I'm like I could watch like maybe 2. That's it. This
Yeah.
was really hard for me.
Yeah.
I had to take
No, for
notes.
sure. For sure. Yeah, like, I had to take notes on my phone. That's what I'm trying to see, like spring anime 2021. Hold up. I have a few more. Okay. Have you guys seen My Hero season 5? I mean, it's probably the biggest thing. My Hero.
My Hero, no, I started watching it though. I just
Mm-hmm.
finished season 1 and I
Mm-hmm.
actually like it. It's kind of funny because while I work out, I'll watch it
Yeah.
because it gets me pumped up, the
Right.
way
Yeah,
what's
it's
the main
kind of like a Marvel meets anime.
Yes. What's the main character? Midoriya?
Yeah, easy.
Yes, he
Yeah.
gets me pumped up and he's always like, "I can do this," and I'm like, "Yeah, I can." So while I'm working out, I'm like, "Yeah."
When you get to like season 4 and 5, we're gonna have to do a podcast and we'll see if your opinion changed. That's all I'm gonna say about
Oh
My
no. Okay, all
Hero.
right. I was like, it'll take
It'll
me
be
a while.
okay. So
That means I'm gonna have to watch
I
that
have
with
one
you.
anime that's on my list. It's Jordan the Prince. I think you got Jordan the Princess of Snow and Blood. I need to pick that up or whatever.
Yeah. So
But
that one,
mhm,
I got up to like 3 episodes
right,
max, so I'm not completely caught up with all the spring animes. I try to be, caught
right,
up, but it's sometimes hard when you're watching 10 of them at the same time. Yeah, I would have to say it's different with the animation. I'm not used to the style.
right,
I do think that it has a, captivating story where, she's trying to get revenge and we're trying to see why, what happened to her, why does she have this like powers?
right.
So I think it's interesting. Animation style wise is a little different, but I think she's a very cool character. She just looks badass.
Is she a
Yeah,
vampire?
yeah.
Sorry, I'm looking at it. Oh, okay.
It has some website gave it a 6.5 out of 10. That's pretty low. Okay.
Yeah, I think that might be a lot lower than I would like rate it. I mean, I would give it like a 7, even watching it from like 3 episodes in.
I want to, and then one anime that's on my list, and that because I really don't even have it anymore because I'm trying to get caught up with a lot of stuff that's not even from this season. Is Yuki Koki no Macho. It's like kind of like a Sherlock Holmes anime. Um, I can send you a picture of it. It's like Mortuary of the Patriot or something like that.
Oh
I want to
yeah.
get onto that because I've heard a lot of good stuff about it from various TikTokers and other people. So I want to get on that for sure.
Yeah,
'Cause,
we want to check that one out too.
but I don't have any more. You ladies have any more?
Yeah, we have about, let's see, 3 more to go over.
Okay, throw them.
Yeah, okay. So one that I really enjoyed, I mean, this is probably gonna be so my top would have to be like, Fruits Basket, 86, and then
Hmm.
for my third one, it's gonna be those Snow White Notes.
Oh, I just saw that on Crunchyroll yesterday. Is it good? Maybe I need to pick it up.
Yeah, it's really good. It really goes over. It's a musical anime.
Okay.
They're playing the shamisen, and I would have to say it's kind of like a slice of life because they are in high school.
Is it like Given? Have you seen Given?
Oh,
Oh,
we
I love
love Given.
Given.
Okay.
That's like, yeah,
It's not as good as Given.
it's
Okay.
definitely not as good as Given, but I do like it. It's a well, Given is more like rock, and it you know tugs more at emotional your
Yes.
relationships and things that you struggle with while being be trying to be you in society. That's what Given is.
Oh.
But with those Snow White Notes, it's about this dude, the main character. Let
Yeah,
me
it's
see
about
what's
him
his
finding
name.
his sound.
Yeah, Setsu. He's trying to find his sound. So
Mhm.
he's always been following his
Mhm.
grandfather's sound. His grandfather tells him, "You should find your sound." And so there's his inner struggle of what do I want to produce? And I think this resonates with all musicians out there.
Mm.
Anyone who's trying to play music, who knows
Yeah.
music, who enjoys music. It's like you want to be you want to be unique, you
It's
want
like
to
your own
be you,
identity.
yeah, you want
Yeah,
to find your own
it's
identity.
so many like musicians and different type of styles. It's really hard to come through with
Yeah,
something new. So
No, I love what his grandpa said. He's like, you can't play the shamisen. Is that how you say it?
yeah,
You can't play it until
you find your own
yes.
sound
I
pretty
love that he said that to
much.
him. At first, I was like, what is that? Sounds so mean. And then I
Hmm.
understood there was like a like a not a premise, a kind of like a what's that called? Promise. I can't think of the word. You know, when you have to do something in order to do something else.
Yeah.
purpose.
Purpose.
Purpose? I don't know. I
Purpose.
know there's a word for it. Whatever. But yeah, like it's just like it kind of like sparked this passion in him.
Right, right. So
And
I'm gonna put it on my list because I've saw it
yeah,
a lot of
you
times.
should. Yeah,
So
you should definitely. I recommend this anime.
Yeah.
And you get to really appreciate this traditional, instrument, the shamisen.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's like back in the days, it's mainly like blind people. This wasn't like back in the Edo period.
right,
They would carry around the shamisen, trying to make a living off it. So they would offer to play the shamisen in order to, I don't know, even get a piece of bread,
Mhm.
and then, the upper class then picked it up and it became this whole
Wow,
thing.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's really good. I've watched a couple of YouTube videos on the instrument and like just listening.
Yeah, don't you want to see it live now?
Yeah, I do want to see it live now. It's like, oh my god, yeah.
And then when the mom started singing, I was like,
Yeah.
"Whoa,
The
you are really
traditional singing.
entranced." Yeah.
Yeah. It just goes hand in hand. It's amazing. You should watch it.
It's on my list. It's on my list. So I I'm gonna put. So what's you guys' other two?
All right. The other two would have to be Mars Red. Um, I didn't get too far on this one too for the same reason of watching too many animes at one time. But
I watched half the episode one. I felt it was like 2 a.m. I was trying to just get a new anime, and I was just like, man, let me just go to sleep. Well, I watched that episode, so I have nothing to say, to be honest.
Yeah, me either. I didn't watch it.
No? Yeah, this one, okay, we really enjoy vampire anime, but okay, this one's different because it doesn't have any romance, or as far
Aw.
as I've seen, at least I don't see any romance. It's more about the government trying to create this section where it's vampire, a military unit,
Right.
but you see, yeah,
Oh, that's a new take.
it's a really it's interesting. I haven't watched it too much, but the animation is really
So
cool.
is it like a controlled vampire society?
Yes. Well, there's vampires out there, so the government is creating this unit, um, trying to get vampires on their side, which they're having a hard time doing.
Like
And
weaponized vampires?
yeah, pretty much weaponized vampires that will follow, the government in hunting other vampires that, go rampant and just, kill people just for the purpose of just fun, murder. Yeah.
Right.
So it's kind of like almost like a detective kind of vampire show. It's very interesting. I do want to continue watching this.
I was gonna ask you guys, do you have like an anime episode where, like, if it's not good within 3 episodes, you just drop it, like, or are you guys you have to finish the first season?
No, I have to finish everything I start.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. I've learned throughout the years that if I don't like, yeah, I've learned my wars.
Yeah.
So
I
it would,
get things like 5 episodes.
yeah, I would say like 5 episode is like the safe. If
Yeah.
I'm not digging the storyline, and if the animation design, the way it's drawn is just not, my suiting my taste, then I just drop it.
I would feel so incomplete. It's like reading a book. And I'd be like, okay, so I read two.
Sometimes every book isn't worth reading for some people,
Yeah. I totally
Ah.
have to agree with him on that. Because I have too many unfinished books. But Ari here is she's an avid reader, so I can totally see why she has that kind of ideal of, like,
mentality.
My
I'm gonna
OCD.
finish
Story.
it.
Yeah, finish the story, man.
Yeah.
That's what I did with all the Harry Potter books, sadly. Well, no, the books were great. The movies were terrible to me.
Oh.
But that's a different story for a different day. What did you guys last anime rec?
The last anime is another long name. It's Osumake rom-com where a childhood friend won't lose.
That's a long.
I'm sold.
You're
I
sold?
swear I never watched it, but I'm sold.
Yeah, this one I might have to drop it.
Oh Lord! And you're recommending
Yeah.
it to people?
I'm sorry?
Are you recommending it to people though, even though you're dropping it?
No. You know what? It's I think it's for an audience who really just like to have a lighthearted rom-com kind of anime. I just, the main character, I'm not digging him. He seems like an airhead. Like I like I like my main character to
With
have,
substance.
yeah, like
Yeah.
have some substance in there. Like I just feel like he's one of those guys that have, like, he just doesn't have much say, I think. And I
Mhm.
think,
Oh, is he
yeah,
like indifferent?
he likes this girl, but then his childhood friend likes him, and that, like, you should just go for your childhood friend.
Oh,
So
okay.
there's this, I mean, I
Wait,
really hope that
is his childhood. So he likes a girl, but his childhood friend has a crush on him.
yeah, so he's trying
Oh,
to, he has,
little love triangle.
yeah, love triangle. But it's not like dark or anything. There's so far from what I've seen, it's all friendly, Um,
Somebody needs to make a move.
yeah, so yeah, and the thing is his friend just is more is willing to just, support him, and she's probably like will turn out to be one of those really amazing supportive characters for, maybe spring 2021 anime. I don't know, but just she's a really good supporting role as a friend in the anime, and it just gets you annoyed that, like, dude, there's someone amazing right in front of you, but you're so
Yeah.
blind.
No, that's true. I'm not a fan of love triangles.
Yeah.
Like, it's like kind of like when have you ever watched Escaflowne?
No, I have not.
Oh, okay,
Uh,
but the same concept, when like okay, the main character, she's just so finicky. So
Yeah.
it bothers me. It's like,
okay,
"Bitch,
like
make a choice."
Hornet. Have you guys seen Hornet? Is it something like kind of like that? Because it was like a
Uh,
love triangle in the beginning, like like with Hori, the guy, and then the guy's friend. He liked her, but he wasn't like going after. I don't know. It was like a little triangle, but it wasn't nothing like intense from what I
Yeah.
from what.
It's similar in a way, but this one it's kind of like in your face, like love triangle. Like this dude's gonna definitely have to choose between the girl he's been, watching from a distance and just, or he's gonna have to just, go with his best childhood best friend.
Oof,
And I
that's a tough
yeah.
one.
Yeah, it's a tough one because
You don't want to lose. Even in real life, you don't want to lose your close childhood friend. Then you don't want to. You're rejected at the same time. So
yeah, that's true. And I think maybe that's what's stopping him. Like because he said it himself that, oh, she is cute.
mhm.
Like he says it in the anime, but I just don't think he's willing to just, you know,
I
put it
think it's
all.
also the concept like when you destroy the friendship.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
'Cause, date somebody, your friend. That most of the time it gets ugly. So,
Mhm.
you know,
so
I can see why. He's a little timid. And they're in high school, right? Or are they adults?
yeah, they are in high school.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a bit timid. I think he questions himself a little too much. And can't make
See,
up
this
his
is some
mind.
relatable. This is some relatable stuff we all been through. How could you not like it?
I
Or
don't know. I think I'm not digging the main character. And like I said, if I'm not, I mean, the story is good. I think it has potential,
is it all
but
Crunchyroll?
it is a bit quirky.
Mm-hmm.
Is it on
Yeah.
Crunchyroll?
It's on
Yeah.
Okay.
Crunchyroll. Yeah, it's on Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna give it like two more episodes. If anything happens that, makes him like, I just want him to like grow up and like, take the chance or something. Hopefully there's more character development in there, and maybe, yeah, I'll do it.
You haven't asked your question where you're always like, someone's got to go.
Someone's got to
You,
go. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Someone's
life,
got to
man.
go.
You gotta put somebody on the back burner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those anime, like,
You guys text. I don't know which one of you guys run the Instagram, but text me the name, because I need to put that. I'm gonna
oh
forget.
yeah. Yeah, we'll go ahead and send you the list of like all the
Okay, bet, bet, bet,
animes.
bet,
Yeah.
bet. Because I need to. I've been on like a shonen spree. I need to get back into my romance bag.
Yeah.
So you got. I think that was your guys' last one, right?
Yeah, that's gonna be the last one for our spring 2021 anime.
I don't have any more because I still need to cut. Hopefully by the end of, well, it's technically already almost summer, but maybe by like, you know, maybe by the time they're done airing, I'll have like a whole recap and you guys can, come back on. We'll talk about it. Maybe we'll get some more in. And I need to get some more on my list. But before we get out of here, you guys plug your stuff, where they can find you at, all that great stuff.
All right. Well, this has been a really amazing collaboration. Thank you so much for inviting us and,
No problem, no problem.
giving us a chance
Yes.
to have this very first
I
collaboration.
know. I was so nervous, honestly.
Yeah.
No need to be, man. No need to be.
Yeah, but you can go ahead and follow us at
Doki Doki dot podcast. That's DOKI period
yes.
podcast. Sorry.
Yeah, and we have our link to every episode on our bio. So go ahead and check us out. Let us know how you feel. Give us a follow, give us some likes, and I hope our heartbeats, enjoy this episode.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, ladies, for coming on. I really appreciate it again. on this nice Saturday. Before we get out of here, you guys can go find us. You know where to find us. Anime Game Show everywhere, all podcasting platforms. That's our YouTube name. You can follow my co-hosts at rgap2 and Isaac.lens. Isaac.lens, that's Rashid, his photography page. That's Rashawn, his anime page or whatever he does. And I hope you guys enjoy this episode and stay safe. Peace.
Bye.